Sean Malik U42. Hello, hello. It is like 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm just hanging out right now, seeing who's actually up. Ooh. Esoteric psychology? Why does that sound so fascinating? Hello, Dilla. Did you ask a question? Because it doesn't look like there's you didn't really phrase it into a question there. But maybe you don't have to. All I basically do is get signs and symbols and basically talk about them, right? You guys know the deal. But yeah, I want to try to do some short but precise signs here from Spirit. I want there to be a nice little flow. I want this, I'm setting intention. I want it to be fun. I want it to be light. I want it to be interesting. I want it to be new. And I would like your faith that you're being guided by the universe, spirit, angels, God. I would like your faith to be solidified, basically, to let you really relax and be like, wow, Spirit's really been here this entire time, and they haven't left me. That is my intention. Okay. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Ah! I'm trying to light this match. I'm feeling silly for sure. Just want to sort of open up here to Spirit. Let them know, hey, what's up? Okay. These are all free. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get them started. And I never know what's going to come through, guys. Okay, so basically all I do, same thing every time. Spirit knows what you all are asking. Okay, they are all the one, and they are everything. They're part of us. We are part of them. And I just read the signs. Okay. So I'll go ahead and start here with. We're gonna do one at a time. Okay. So I'm gonna just get a sign here for Sai Priyanka really quick, okay? And then I'll move to the next person right after. And try to do these pretty quickly. Okay, let's close our eyes. Okay, so say Priyanka, for you, with this question that you presented here with the transpersonal psychology and esoteric psychology for future coaching, wondering if you can go ahead. Why am I getting the feeling that spirit is basically kind of in your face, and I feel like they've been in your face for quite a while, and they're basically telling you not to give up on this and to keep going with this, and then I'm seeing signs that you've been doubting yourself about whether or not, I think you're wondering if you are capable, or if you are the right fit, or if you have the right talents or the skills, or if this is, what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know if you're second guessing yourself or thinking like whether or not, you know what I mean? Second guessing yourself whether or not you're going to be successful in this. And they're saying you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Yeah, exactly. Here, with your shame and your guilt and your apathy here. So you're kind of like half and half, where you are scared of these feelings of, oh my God, like, should I give up on this? Or like, just your self-esteem kind of is obviously not at the greatest when you think of this path of yours. You're half feeling the shame, the guilt, and the hopelessness, but then also you're half kind of connecting to your heart, so that you're connected with spirit. At the same time, you're kind of half healing the shame and the guilt and the apathy. Where are you guiding? They really, 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 really want you to be so intentional about connecting to your heart so deeply, and not allowing your mind to think or judge yourself when you feel like you're judging yourself of whether you did that right, or whether you're good enough, or whether you're gonna be good enough, or whether you can even go through this process and make it out alive. When you have all those self-sabotaging dialogue, that's the time where they want you to basically cut off the mind and stick to your heart and get through those emotions. Okay, one last here. Okay. Have you ever guys seen the Santa Claus with Tim Allen? And you guys know how when he became Santa Claus, he was like trying to figure out, okay, how can I make sure that I don't fall off the roof or get burned if I, go into this person's house and their fireplace is on, and I'm gonna get basically like burned. So they go and they think about, okay, let's make Santa a fire retardant suit. Did I say that right? That's literally what's coming through here. And so they're coming through here with this symbol, with you, almost like you putting on this suit that's going to protect you from getting burned. So they're showing me this magical fire retardant outfit of yours. It's symbolic. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Alrighty, so our next person is going to be Zishan. And then hopefully good evening. There's new people here I've never read for before. Hey, Parna. Okay, I'm gonna read for Z. Wait, was it Zishan? Yeah, Zishan. They're really trying to get my attention here, so I'm going to acknowledge that. I don't usually acknowledge people who are like spamming the chat, but I'm acknowledging you today. Okay, and Zishan, I don't know what you're asking about. You can put it in the chat. Let me know. Oh, you did put a question up here, right? So, I'm Lubna. What's coming towards me? Okay, so when you ask things like this, okay, let's just see what happens. I don't know how they're gonna answer this question. It could go in so many different ways. I have no idea. The spirit knows what you're asking, and so they will answer as usual. Okay. Close my eyes. Happy Thanksgiving, Erwan. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so I don't know how to explain this. I don't know what this is. Okay, I have no idea what this situation is about, but there's a relief here. I'm thinking that you're relieved by something that on some level you were having a hard time or suffocating from. I don't know what this has to do, but they're showing me now things have changed and that you're able to breathe. They show me movies all the time now. Anyways, so have you guys seen Panic Room? Anyway, so there's a panic room, and then there's a part where they're trapped in this room, and then these bad guys, they start putting gas in the room, trying to make them go out of conscious. Anyway, they find this little opening from the window to get fresh air, and they're like, oh, I can breathe. Oh, I can breathe. Okay, so I don't know what that has to do with, but then they show me something. You're showing me also. They show me this bookshelf that you have your eye on. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna figure out what this is. Hold on. You are being very humble, and you're acknowledging that you know that you do need help, and I think you're helping yourself here. And so I think this bookshelf here, there might be things that you might be studying up on, opening up your mind, learning more, expanding your knowledge about. I don't know what this has to do with, but I think this looks like you're helping yourself out. Okay, one more. Oh, let me see where you're vibrating. Okay, but you still have quite a bit of fear with how you're dealing with things. And for a moment's time, I think you were grieving something, but what didn't last long. And now you're just kind of you're stuck. You have a lot of hopelessness and guilt and shame with whatever this has to do with. So you're likely not feeling good about yourself at all. You might be carrying you might be having a victim mentality, and basically wanting to like put blame on anything else but yourself. Where are you guiding here? Gosh. I was trying to have fun here tonight, but then Spirit just wants to show me all of these patterns. They want you to connect to your heart here as well. Dude, this is... Sorry. This is deep stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one last and then I'm gonna go to the next reading. Okay, I don't know what this has to do with, but there's a tough decision that you're looking at that you have to face, and you are not backing down from this. And you're saying, I am not taking no for an answer. So it's either you're already saying this out loud to yourself, or this is the spirit guidance. Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more symbol here, just because I have no idea what this has to do with relationships, work. I have no idea, but I'm gonna ask them to give you one more symbol here so you actually know what the hell this is. Or at least for me. It does have to deal with you feeling very stuck with where you're at right now. And it's almost like there's a lot of noise but it's all happening inside of you. Does this make sense? There's no peace here. Even though I'm by myself, it feels so loud in my head. Do you guys ever get that feeling? I would get this feeling a lot sometimes when I would fall asleep. Sometimes I wouldn't hear anything, but on some level, something's like screaming in my face. But this has to do with you really, really committing to wanting a new beginning. Okay. Yeah, and there was like this, I don't know what this was. So do you know what this is basically it. Do you have one more question before I leave you? Hold one question in your head right now, and I'm going to close my eyes and then go to the next person. Are you good, or should I go to the next person? Okay. Just stick with your heart, okay? When you feel like you're not good, or you can't give, or you feel weak, or like you're dying mentally, connect with your heart, reconnect with yourself, okay? So this raises your capacity to have compassion for yourself and others. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next person, just because I want to spend too much time. Let's go to... I want to read a male. So is Andrew here? kind of want to read a male in the room. Cool. All right, let's do Andrew. Since these are free, guys, right? So if you guys want to donate, oh yeah, let me put my donation links here. If you guys want to skip that line, but I'm gonna get some of the males, give them an opportunity to get read here. So Andrew, if you want to post a question of yours, you can. If you want to just keep the question to your head and don't want to share it with us, you can do that too. Just let me know which one you want to do. Keep it to yourself, or you can post the question there. No problem. I'm glad I can help. Spirit can help. This is really Spirit, but I'm just translating. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, we'll see. Usually when you ask questions like this, they'll likely just show me something about your current energies that maybe you can fix. Maybe, I'm not sure. You might be superb and there's nothing really that you need to do. Sometimes all they want to say is, good job. It really depends on the person. So let's just see what happens. It's all things Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, close my eyes. Let me take a look at your field here. So I can give you a better picture of what we're actually going to be talking about. Okay. So here, Andrew, what they're likely going to talk to you about has to do with a particular goal or desire of yours that carries a sense of lack, and which is what motivates you to want to kind of work towards a certain goal. But I can see you're not quite, I want to say focused on it. I think likely you've tried to work towards it in the past already, and it maybe wasn't working out for you. You were getting maybe discouraged, but I can see that your consciousness is like wanting to go back and feed it a little bit more. And so I can see you starting to put a little bit more thought and energy to whatever this goal. Again, it carries a sense of lack. And let me close my eyes and see what this is. Okay, I feel like this has to do with a girl. And it feels like there's a bit of regret there, and it almost feels like this is good because you're kind of like evaluating your past actions and how you behaved, and I think you're likely in the position where you're kind of like, could I have done that better? Like, did I act in the best way possible? You know, if there's an issue with the current situation, you're not just putting it on them, you're putting it on yourself. And so that's kind of, it's good. Where are you guiding here? And they're telling me that you carry a sense of fear, or at least when you start to plan about how you're gonna start working towards this again, fear is gonna come up where you're likely gonna be like, is this gonna work out? Is it worth it? Am I gonna look stupid? Am I wasting my time? Is it even worth my time? Stuff like this. And the Spirit's asking you that when the fear comes up, that is the perfect time for you to connect with your heart so that you can sit with the fear and be like, yo, I understand why you're afraid. And so instead of feeling the fear, you get to sit back there at a higher stance and be like, I understand why you're afraid and it's okay. And you're basically giving yourself compassion, understanding towards, and so you're going to be basically transmuting the fear so that you can use the energy to move forward. 1 second. Okay, I think this is very important to you being and stepping up to the plate with regards to this, what I'm talking about. And again, I started to see a girl started showing up here. So this is why I'm thinking that this has to do with a particular girl that this is about. But I feel like this person is important enough to where you have chosen to assign yourself a role in this relationship. It's not just a whatever. No, you have a position. You got a name tag there and it says important person in the situation and you have a role to play. And I think you have an opportunity to basically bring the best side of yourself. And I think at the very end of this, you're going to be proud of like how you handled this situation, because you can bring this back together. I think, is this what you want? Is this what bring it back together? At the very least, there's a friendship there. Okay? Do you understand this? Okay. Okay, who's going next? Okay, I think I want to read for... Aparna. Okay. Hey, Noosh, you're here. I'm going to read for Aparna, and I'm going to read for one of our new subscribers after that, okay? So, Aparna, you can either put a question in the chat. I want to let people put the question there. Or you can leave it in your mind. You don't have to tell me anything about it, whatever. And a happy Thanksgiving. Just want to say that. And it's up to you. And also, Andrew, I hope that resonated. You know, I don't even keep up with comments here, but sorry. But I hope it resonated. You saying thank you. I hope that's a yes. And, okay, perfect. Aparna has that question, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Happy Thanksgiving! Aparna. Okay, so Aparna. Okay, Aparna. So, the question that you have in your mind, you are at a loss. And you're at a disappointment as well. You're likely you've taken more of a passive approach to this situation, but you did take the time, or at least I think you took the time to sit with yourself and say, wow, I wasted time. I wasted either time, I wasted money, energy, opportunities. Okay, you probably spent a little bit of time thinking about that, but now you've taken a passive approach out of the situation so that you can heal yourself, basically. I'm gonna close my eyes in just a second after I get this. Ooh, hold on. That I didn't expect. So this is going to be a little interesting here. I think you asked the yes or no question, and the answer is likely going to be no here. I haven't even closed my eyes yet, but what they're showing me, why I think this is a no, is because it has to do with you being keenly aware of what you should not give away, what you probably won't be able to handle, or you need to realize that if you were gonna say yes to whatever this has to do with, you're actually putting yourself in harm's way a little bit here. Okay, so that's my interpretation. I am gonna close my eyes and I'm actually gonna see what this is about, because as of right now, I don't know what the hell this is about. Sorry. Okay, this has to do with family. This has to do with family, but there's a big emphasis on doing a particular action or going towards a particular thing that I think in your mind, you're thinking once you attain this, or once the result is what you have ideally in your head, then it's going to create a sense of justice. Does this have to do with family? I'm seeing the word family here. Oh my gosh, okay, what does this have to do with? You're totally in shame here. And where's the guidance? Which means you're being very clear with your boundaries with you and with those around you. You're likely letting people know where you stand. You're likely letting people know that you don't feel good and that you're uncomfortable and that you are trying to look out for yourself. Were you guiding? Okay, so what they want you to do is that they're also showing me here that you vibrate at the level of guilt, and that's never actually going to ever feel good. Well, actually, sometimes it's going to feel good because that when people are at guilt, it usually shows that people are so jaded from their experience that all they want to do now is be so self-absorbed because it's easier to be that way. And like I said, guilt, you're going to show signs of victim mentality. You might be angry at the world, things like this. But spirit guidance is right here. When you see yourself going into that state where it's very us versus them, spirit, that's the perfect opportunity where spirit wants you to connect with your heart at that, and in those moments when you're feeling the guilt and the shame, which are the lowest vibrations of levels of consciousness here, so that you can start to, what's a good word, level out that energy, balance it out. It's like you're adding a base to an acid to become neutral. Okay, and then affirmation here. Sorry, you know what they're saying? Enough said, case closed. That's what they're showing me. Okay, but I'm also seeing here, just know that you likely have, I don't know what this is. I'm just going to get this one last thing because I'm seeing the word angry, and that usually means like seeing an injustice in your life and then you wanting to like fight towards justice. Well, I just want to get one thing here because I find this a little interesting, intriguing. I'm sorry. And so what they're showing me as a symbol is home base in baseball. You want to get to the very last base there. That's what your goal is. They're asking you to keep your eye on that. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna read someone who I've never read before. I think I'm gonna go for Go Cool _2519. Does Shrisha have feelings for me? Will she want to reconcile with me? Okay, good question. Okay, let's do that. How's everybody doing? Also, if you guys appreciating the readings, you want to give back, also helps me keep this channel going. As you can see, I'm a very small channel. I really don't see myself ever having 100,000 subscribers ever. I don't know why I would need anything like that, to be honest. But yes, I'm not gonna, I don't see myself making money through ads or anything like that. So I'm really here to just be me. But I am also here to advocate for myself and remind people that, giving back will help me continue to do this work and not allow the joy to be extinguished. So that's a key thing for me to be here. As long as I'm continuing to stay in joy, and money does help. So if you guys want to give, my donation links are there. So, Go Cool. Okay, so this person, Shrisha, have feelings for you and they want to reconcile. Okay. Good question. So I'm going to look at your person here. Shrisha? Okay. Spirit, go ahead, show me Shrisha for me, please. Thank you. Okay. It's looking alright. Okay, this doesn't look bad. They're here at desire. Okay, and it looks like, and they're also here at the level of anger, which just means that they have their eyes set on a goal, which does carry a sense of lack. And yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes and see what this goal is. And again, it has to do with you. You guys, there's a definite obvious connection here. This person is very fond of you. I think on some level you guys have had, there's a soul, this is a soul connection. And on some level this person sees you as a doorway to enlightenment. And I always associate enlightenment with laughter, which is what I'm seeing here as well. But this laughter that's coming through here is coming through in such a different way, in a very good way. I'm seeing laughter times 10. I'm hearing somebody say, oh my God, this person made me laugh so hard. So this is like a burst of energy here that's coming from this person in regards to you. One more. It's very clear this person does not want to waste the friendship. And if I were to get one guidance here, a little nudge from Spirit on your side, see how they're guiding you. You're in shame, but you're you're in an extremely passive mode here, where you've taken time for yourself, because whatever the situation happened, it took out a whole lot from you. You were drained, tired, probably felt crappy about yourself, things like this. Where are you guiding? Where are you guiding? Okay. So as of right now, Spirit sees where you're at, where you've taken this passive role, and they're supportive of you kind of continuing to take this passive role. So if you think that this obviously is going to come back together at some point, okay? But if you're asking whether or not you should reach out, it's likely, at least in this moment, you're not the one. It's in their court, if that makes any sense. And I'm gonna get this, the ball is in their court, is what I mean. And I'm gonna get this affirmation for you. continue to love yourself, because I think it hasn't been the easiest to do on your side. And Spirit knows that you have this person on your mind, and they know that you care very much about them. But as of right now, continue to take care of yourself and continue to recharge your batteries, because that's what you're doing right now. You're recharging your batteries. I don't have to tell you to recharge your batteries. You're already doing that. So, yeah, looks good. All right, who's the next person? Thank you so much again. I'm not going to say my whole tip or donation schmeal. I just said that. But if I could say it again right now, I would. Hopefully you guys remember. The tip jar is right there if you feel called to donate. So it helps keep the channel alive. Let's go ahead and go with, how about, thank you, Leland. Leland's mom. Nice to see you. Love ya. Did I read for, I don't think I've read for Dalaram, 631. Should I do that? Or no, maybe new shoe here. It's between those two. Or maybe, okay. All right, this is how I'm gonna decide. Okay, fine, hold on. Between okay, hold on. Between Nushu and Della, the first person to type in the number 1, between you, only you two, type number 1 in the chat, and whoever gets it, I'm gonna read first. Between Delaram and Nushu, type in 1. Okay, so it's Nushu, and then I'm gonna go with Delaram. Okay, so Nushu, you can either put a question in the chat. You can let us know what you're wanting to ask Spirit. I get some signs, and I'll interpret them for you. Or you can hold the question in your head, whichever you prefer. Do you see any changes in my aura now? Is it getting any better on that vibration scale of yours? I love it, the way you just worded that. Oh my god, I just died. Hold on. I need to take a picture of that. Okay, sorry. Selfie. Okay. That's too funny. Okay. So apparently I read for you before, because I don't even remember. And I programmed myself to not remember anything that I tell anybody, so that it doesn't bias. I don't carry any bias with the readings that I do. So I'm glad that I've read for you before. I'm glad that you're, taking this stuff seriously and finding value in it, because I do it too. And proud of you. Okay, so I'm gonna see what you mean. I don't know what I told you last time, but I'm just gonna describe your energy. And I'm so happy. Maybe I told you something about maybe going into passive mode, closing your eyes, setting intentions, letting your, basically reminding you that you are in control, basically. Okay, so let's see where you're at on this little scale thing of mine. Okay. Hold on, I just lost your name. Nushu. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. Very, very good. You're rising up. You are, oh, wow. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay. So at first, I can see there's a huge jump, because you started at grief. You were at, and that's why you saw my face starting just like it just started to get better and better. So you started grief. Obviously, that just tells me that you started somewhere at some kind of disappointment, loss, and then you just kept going up and up and up. To now where you stopped at the level of joy, which is basically where this work of mine, what I do right now, this is all operating at the level of joy, where I'm basically creating a space where I get to see synchronicities facilitated by the universe, and I allow people to see the divine in themselves, and empowering people to be the best that they can be, and to love themselves, and to laugh. So this is basically where you're at. So I'm gonna see what this energy feels like. That is a very spiritually evolved level where you're extremely awake. Okay, so you are very accountable. You're being extremely accountable with your choices. But I think specifically this has to do with one particular thing that you've basically built this huge barricade on, so that you'd no longer have to go back to that. And you're saying, no, I'm not going back to that again. And one thing was coming through symbolically here was you basically accidentally cutting your hand, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. So you keep trying to nurse yourself back together. Let's see. Okay. So you still vibrate at grief, though. I'm going to tell you this. And do you know why? Because there's a goal that you still have your eye on, very much so. And it comes up for you, this goal comes up into your mind when you again start to feel all the things that you've lost, basically time, resources, opportunities. You've been taking time for yourself to heal, but now that you've noticed, okay, have I taken enough time to heal? Were you guiding? Okay, so I have a tip here for you. I have a tip. You will take longer to achieve or work towards this goal and manifest it because you are still lagging. Some of your energies are stuck at the level of guilt. And so you will find yourself unknowingly vibrating at the level of guilt, where, again, I say this all the time, you're likely holding maybe unconsciously, okay? Having a victim mentality, being mad at your circumstances, and putting blame on external things rather than taking responsibility and saying, okay, there's more that I can do. This is my responsibility. You know, things like this. So this is an opportunity for me to tell you that you have energy stuck there at guilt. And so what your homework you could do is, now that I've told you, you sit by yourself and you call on your energies and you say, okay, I want to go to this level of guilt where my energies are at. Okay, and you just listen. Okay, and you can say, okay, guilt, I choose to feel you. I choose to go to this level, and it's not gonna feel good, okay? It's not gonna feel good at all, but that's the point. It's to get into the dirty and clean it out. So once you feel all the dirty emotions, you invite your heart to be with you. Again, what your heart does, and it's right here, it increases your capability to have compassion for yourself. So you get to understand why you felt shitty, or why you feel you want to be self-absorbed or want to like blame other people. Instead of actually channeling those things and speaking it out and blaming, you get to sit on the sidelines instead and say, I understand why, you know, these lower emotions are getting the best of me, and I want to feel compassion for you. Does this make sense? Okay. I'm helping you release and free up those energies that are stuck there, so that when you work towards this goal that carries a sense of lack, things get easier. Okay, perfect. I think you're good. I think you understand. Alrighty. Let us continue. I'm just gonna get some water. How's everybody doing? It's literally gonna be 3 a.m. in the morning. Party. Where is it? Where are you all writing from? It's not 3 a.m. where you're at, is it? I highly doubt that. But it would make me feel less weird if I did know it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I promised, where are we? Wow. Delaram, I don't know, I'm having such a hard time with this. Delaram, can I just say that? Delaram! I'm sorry. Butchered it. No offense. I did? Okay, let's see. Let me do one more. I missed a part of her question. So let me just make sure I touch on that before I move on. Basically, I gotta heal myself at that level of guilt and stop being kind of mean due to repeated traumatic experiences. Is this your question? That doesn't seem like a question. So maybe there's more to it. I was even below the shame. No, Oh, is that what I told you last time? This time you were not below the shame. But I do... Whenever actually, I don't even know what it means yet, but I do feel when I see Spirit show me people go even below the shame, I think it's a good thing. I think it's they're reaching deeper and deeper parts of themselves that are likely being healed. So let me just close my eyes and just get this symbol here for you. Whatever this question is, I don't even know what it is. So, I mean, I think Spirit probably will show me something here. And then I'll move on. Okay, there's a yes. They're coming through here with a yes. That's very, very obvious. But also, this also carries a sense of doing things on your own, because whatever this has to do with, you're meant to do this on your own, because this process allows you to basically channel your entire essence, where you get to feel and grow your self-respect, you grow patience, you discover your ability to adapt to your situation, the ability to manipulate your environment to the way that favors you. Okay, this is what this has to do with. Okay, but there's a yes here. Okay, let's go on to, if I'm Helia for my relationship, what will happen? Will this up and down get stable soon? Will we get back together and get better? My hope is that people stay together. That's just me talking personally, so I'm gonna see. Okay. There's trust issues here. And what I'm seeing is somebody saying, okay, move closer. And the other person saying, don't look back, don't look back. So it doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, there's there's so much fear that is, and doubt of whether or not this is gonna work out, this situation. So I don't know who this is, could be you or them. But because there's so much uncertainty and so much feeling like this is just all gonna go to, people have basically like said, okay, you know what, let me just like back off here, because it doesn't even feel good even having this in my mind. So where are you guiding? Oh gosh. Okay. So, I think this is likely going to be you. They are wanting to push you into shame and to connect to your heart at the level of shame. When this happens, this always means for me that Spirit needs you to understand that if you continue working towards this, as of right now, in the current moment, and please know that this could change because this guidance is only applicable to the current moment. It can always change, but as of right now, it's all about taking care of you, because whatever happened in the past, it killed you inside, and maybe even affected your physical health, but mental health for sure. And this still has the potential to make your mental health very, very poor, unfortunately. So I'm gonna close my eyes here, but they do want you to connect to your heart and to yourself here. I think this is gonna allow you to stay somewhat at peace while you are aware and acknowledge that you should not give so much to anything else but you. Okay. Good news here. There is warmth in this relationship. There are good memories in this relationship. So, this is not over. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing there's two people here in this scene that I'm seeing here. I think they're like in a desert at night where it's very cool and quiet, and all they can see are all the stars up in the sky, and they're both cuddled together under one blanket with a bonfire basically there. And this is a very, very nice, intimate thing that I'm seeing here. So, with respect to all the things that I said, as of now, at the current moment, people still need to recharge their batteries, okay? But what they showed me here is that this relationship has things to salvage. Oh, yep, absolutely. You know what they showed me? So you guys see like these what's it called? Like medieval movies where they have like these big castles, and they have to guard them and protect them because they're prone to, invasion by, foreign peoples, whatever. Anyway, so what I'm sensing is this person has been guarding this what do I call it? It's like I guess whatever. It's a palace, but it's medieval, so it's not really all that good, all that cool. Anyways, that's not the point. So they're very guarded, but at some point, the longer I stayed there, they let down their guard. And it's almost like they're allowing their family to come back in. And the moment they did, their hearts just like opened back up. They were like, oh my God, it's you. Like this. Okay. So good stuff, good stuff. All right. Aww. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna go. Can you please tell me when we get stable in this ups and downs? Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. So let me give you. I can't give timelines, but let me give you like direct guidance of what, you know, your spirit guide wants you, your higher self wants you to affirm to yourself. If this is something that requires patience, your higher self will likely provide energies for yourself so that you can usher through these waiting periods that seem to be agonizing. So a little affirmation here, which, yeah, you're still in this. You still need to look out for yourself, hon. That's what they're showing me here. You still need to connect to yourself, because again, you have the potential to feel really shitty about yourself, and you may not even be acknowledging of when your own health or your own growth begins to be stunted because you want to give your own energies away to something else that actually is less of a priority than you giving and make energies to yourself and making yourself happy without needing any kind of external person or circumstance to determine whether or not you should feel good about yourself. You do this for you, so that whatever happens, something doesn't work out, you still got you. Yes, your higher self is literally within you, okay? You are a radio, and all you need to do is tune into your higher self. I'm a radio, obviously, you can guys see I'm tuning into everybody else's stuff because I've trained myself, but you can do this too. You can literally tune into your own higher self. You just need to have the will and the belief that you can and you will. And you know what your higher self is trying to describe to me so that you can get closer to channeling your higher self. You know what I'm seeing? You're basically in a pool and you're on your back and you're floating and you're just so in peace and you're just like, yep, I'm here. You know, and it's so relaxing. You know, everybody loves being in the water, but there's no one around you. Actually, there might have been some people around you, but you're basically literally in water. And whenever I see bodies of water, this has to deal with self-fulfillment, whatever makes you happy, whatever fills your cup. Usually where you get to be like, oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, I want to be like you. You know? This is how they're guiding you. And this energy is literally already available to you. All you need to do is tune into it and channel it yourself. Okay? Alrighty. Perfect. I love you guys for, being so receptive to spirit. You guys make my day. Oh, absolutely. I already told you, I already gave you the signs. It's patience here. So in the meantime, please make yourself good. Okay? It's not about, do not associate you being good and being content and being at peace with this being together. Because then you're allowing something else to determine whether or not you're going to have a good day. No. You got to change your priorities. Your life is not about making sure this is okay. Your life is about you. Because if you're not even happy and you're not okay, how are you going to be able to take care of other people? They say that all the time, but that's what's coming up in my head. Okay, here we go. And just know that people will gravitate you much more when they see you're together. You know, when you don't even need anybody, people will actually be like, oh wow, give me some of that. They're so mysterious. They don't need anybody. You know? Oh, that's the best compliment I think I've ever gotten. But just know, I'm giving credit to Spirit here. I'm just translating. But thank you. Okay, so who is here? I can't believe there's 14 people. Thank you. Hey, Leland's mom, you're such a supportive person for me. Thank you. Okay. Oh, listen. I see this. Can I get a government job thingy here? So I'm gonna Japanese university. Ooh. Okay. So I'll do these, one for Aniha and one for Varsha. Okay. Ooh, let's do a little. I'm gonna get some water. Let me breathe a little bit, y'all. Hell yeah. Stay strong, hun. Oh, I love you guys are talking amongst each other. Thank you so much for supporting one another. Beautiful, beautiful. That's just the way it is. Alright. Oh, this calms me. Don't ask. Don't ask. Okay. So we're gonna go with Aniha here with the government job thing. Just get a sign here and give you a little bit of motivation. Alright, so what I kind of just saw here is that I don't like saying it, but I hope you get it. Okay, I hope you get it. But just be ready if it doesn't work out, okay? But still try your hardest, okay? I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, this doesn't look amazing, okay? I'm gonna tell you what the symbols that are coming through. Again, I already told you, I gave you a little brief thing here. It may not work out. I'm also seeing, if these are symbols, credit, okay, that's a symbol that's coming through. Obviously, that's not a most positive symbol to get, you know? If anything, if you want to buy something, you'd rather be a complete cash or debit, right? You don't want to have to owe money or let alone interest. So that's not very good. Yeah. I don't know what this has to do with. That might even be a symbol on its own. I don't even know. I just know that that's what was coming through. And then also one more thing here. Oh, I think I forgot it already. Hold on. Am I seeing stuff about debt? I'm seeing a lot of that. And then also, I feel like they're showing me that you actually need to save your money, and you need to also, most importantly, you need to plan to save your money. I think that's key here. You gotta plan to do that. 1 second, I'm gonna get a little bit more. This doesn't look like the brightest stuff here. I can tell money is a huge thing for people, right? And I can see here you're at apathy, guilt, and shame. But it's mostly you're feeling hopeless and helpless in your situation. And this is where are you guiding? Where are you guiding, Spirit? Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. That just confirms a no. I was trying to beat around the bush and not give it to you straight, but literally just told me. Wait, I could be wrong. Oh, this is not good. You know what they showed me? Literally 2 days ago, some woman backed up into my car. And so now I had to get policy to get my car fixed and all this. But I feel like I'm in my car and I feel like my rear view mirror is cracked, like somebody ran into it or there's just another accident, but this is coming up in my head. Okay. Aside from this very, very obvious no answer, I'm gonna ask any kind of general question because I cannot leave you alone with these symbols. It's just too sad. So Spirit, what can we say? Maybe you want to show to restore dignity. Okay. So, at the very least, what I'm seeing here, basically, is Spirit wanting you to be ready for any kind of disappointment that might come your way, because this is just the world that we live in. And to plant, and you got this, because there's a part of yourself, and this is coming from Spirit, that is not allowing these shortcomings, disappointments, setbacks to damper your ability to go on. And you're going to accept situations as they are and continuing to just go on. I'm not going to sugarcoat things, okay? I don't. So I'm going to close my eyes and give you this last symbol. Oh wow, that's so interesting. Okay, so what they showed me is basically, so consciousness enters me, okay, and then what I can see is, it sounds like you, and you're saying, you know what, I'm not empty. This glass is not empty. I'm not empty. You know what I have? It's basically you. It feels like you have nothing, but yet you are in this amazing outfit. And I don't know if you're male or female, but for me it was coming through as a tux. And so whether or not you think that you don't have anything going on for yourself, maybe you don't have the home, the car, whatever, but here you have yourself, and you're completely polished from head to toe, and you're like, you know what, I got me. This is what I have to offer. And there's one last thing here that they're showing me here as well. Hold on, I almost forgot it. Wait, I think I have to ask for it again. Got out of my head. I want to show it to you one more time, please, Spirit. Okay, that was totally something else. That was something new. There was one more here. Oh, there was one more. I forgot it. It was so good. Oh my god. Okay, please. It's basically you just being available, you showing up. God, I got this one last symbol. It was so good. I forgot it already. I can't believe it. Just want to see if I... Man. Forgot it. It was so good. I remember it being so good. I just got it. Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay, so what it is, they showed me a beehive. And so when I see this beehive, it kind of reminds me of like a cocoon, basically. You know, it looks kind of, doesn't look good outside. People are like, oh, I'm scared of that. But what is inside is what matters. And what's inside is so sweet and so valuable. So that's the symbol that was coming through. Yes, I remember it. Okay. So silver lining here. Things might look scary from the outside, but there's something inside that people are waiting for. Okay. I'll work for the queen all day. Yes, oh my God. I love these. You're so witty. Okay. Will I get admission for masters? Okay, I see. I know you asked that question, so I want to acknowledge you. I just like these witty comments that Leland's mom is apparently has hidden talent. Okay. Let me take a breather here before I do this for Varsha. Do you guys like to stretch? I am so crazy about stretching and yoga. It's such a relaxing, such a healthy activity to do. Literally breathing is so pleasurable to do when you intently do it. Okay, so Varsha, right? I have to be close. I have to be close these eyes. It was fun sharing energy, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Are you leaving? Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate your energy and your words. All right, Varsha. Aww, so much love in the room. Okay. Will I get admission for Masters in Japanese University? When will I relocate for my Master's occasion? So I likely don't get these when will I, or, you know. So as somebody who, what I do is basically read energies, translate energies. So I'll be translating energies from you. I'll be translating energies from spirit. Okay? That's basically what I do. So if your current energies aren't reflecting a higher success rate, or if you're like out of 1 to 10, out of 10, you're motivated at a 2, then that's going to reflect of whether or not you yourself or spirit sees something coming to fruition, basically. I'm just explaining things before I actually start bringing through symbols, so. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look. So I can see here that you likely... Oh, whoa. That was a huge jump. Okay. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Not bad. Alright. So, if anything, if I'm going to explain... A lot just happened, what I just saw there. So I'm just going to briefly explain what I think might be going on. So on some level, you are likely wondering if you do belong, or you're making the right choice, or if you're gonna continue to stay healthy in it, if you have enough resources to actually go through it, maybe. And then, because you saw me, I was like, oh, what is this? You know, I was a little bit like, oh, you're probably not feeling good. And then you kind of shot up into the higher levels of consciousness, of reason and love. So that's you basically brainstorming ideas and how you can serve or solve problems. I'd be thinking of ideas of, oh man, what about this idea? Okay, let's implement that. Okay, and then you're also at love, which is basically at the level where it's hard to explain, but just think unconditional love. And then you go passive there for some reason. So I don't know what that is, but you are connected to your heart. I'm going to close my eyes and see what that is, okay? Oh, you are really, really in love with what this is. You have a target that you've set to yourself, and you're passionate about this. You're really passionate about it. And you know what else is coming to you? You know Robin Hood? Everybody knows Robin Hood, the Disney movie, the character. But when Robin Hood comes up into my mind, I'm reminded and I think about he was doing service for others, for the poor. And it really didn't matter how he did that, even though he basically stole from the rich. In his mind, he was creating and bringing justice to where he saw fit for him. And this person, and Robin Hood, obviously, he has a heart and works from the place of compassion. And I think that's what that unconditional love is. And where are you guiding here? So I know you're asking, am I going to go to this university? But can I tell you? Hold on. Maybe they're going to give you a straight answer here. But in all honesty, you're taking the magic wherever you go. Does that make... Do you know what I mean by that? So you're here, you're showing me here you're at neutrality. So I don't know what this has to do with. And then you go passive there. So were you guiding, Spirit? Were you guiding? This is it, huh? Yeah, this is the guidance here. So I don't know what this is. I'm gonna close my eyes. But the guidance exists at the level of neutrality, and it's very, very, they're asking you to be very passive here. So that makes me nervous about, this might have to do, when I close my eyes, might have to do whether or not you're gonna be going to this particular school or not. I don't wanna assume, but you can see my face. I'll let you know if it's different. I think it's a no. There's disappointment here, and what's coming through here is like basically like seeing you on the floor here with your hands like wrapped around your legs, and you know, you're kind of like that, and then I can hear somebody's telling you, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, like stand up, you're fine, you know, you get up. And I just know that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Continue to go do your hardest. I want you to get into the school that you want to get into. And, you know, who cares what Spirit says right now? Who cares? You actually raise my hope even more. I'll put all my efforts to make it. Oh! Okay, well, I want to give you one more thing. I just feel bad, but I'll go to the next person, but I just feel bad. I just hope I didn't... Because this can trigger people. I'm not gonna lie, I've been triggered by Spirit before. So because people have dreams, people have hopes. And so when you come to somebody like me, that's why I'm saying, hey, you don't have to listen to this, okay? And I could be wrong. I don't want people to get triggered, you know? But that's why I'm closing my eyes one more time here, to give you one more sign from Spirit. Because obviously there's some, please, it's okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, thank you for allowing me to, yeah, I have, as you can see, I don't know when to stop sometimes. It's like wherever I want to help, wherever I realize I can help, I'm just gonna keep going. So people really need to like help me out, because I go too far sometimes. Okay, may I receive a general reading? Okay, I will, but can I go to the bathroom first? I'll be back. Okay, thanks. Thank you guys. Oh. Sorry. Hey, oh, thank you, JP. Oh, took a moment to read the description box, and I'm grateful for your time. Did I even read for you? I don't think I've read for you. Let me read for you, Pharaoh, Wolf Dog. Let me read for Pharaoh, Wolf Dog. Hi, Lilith. Happy Thanksgiving. Let me read for you. I get intrigued because I don't get to read males as often. So when I do see males, I do tend to want to give them a chance. So, how long have you been watching? Oh, you're so so sweet. Thank you. You did ask a question here, no? May I please receive a general message? Yeah. My pleasure. Gobble gobble. Okay. And then I'll go. Yeah, I'll try to read for Pearl. Get some rest. I know I should, right? I have energy though, so it doesn't really. As long as I have energy, I'm having a good time, and I got a 4-day weekend, so it's all good. Ooh, tomorrow I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be stuffing my face. Do you know how much seafood I have in my freezer right now? I am gonna be basically like that. All right. So, Pharaoh. Let me tune in. And let's take a look. So, generally, right? So I'll let you know. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is gonna be likely something pretty specific. Okay. So, and I have no idea what this is about, but I'm gonna start describing what I'm seeing to help you form and determine what this has to do with. But according to the guidance and what they just showed me here, it should click into something specific. So, what you're showing me, what Spirit wanted to show me first, is basically they showed me your energies at the level of shame in a particular situation. I don't know what it is yet. When people are in shame, they are aware that they either shouldn't be giving as much or energy at all into a particular situation because they weren't getting any returns back. Their self-esteem likely was compromised. They realized that their mental health was likely taking a hit. And yeah, you likely were not feeling well at all. Maybe you even felt like you were like just done, right? And so I don't know what that has to do with, but their guidance here has to do with you, and they're actually using the level of guilt this time, which usually carries a negative connotation, but not in this particular situation. So I'm going to interpret that the guidance here is Spirit is leading you to approach whatever situation this has to do with an attitude of saying, my judgment is better than any other person's judgment. Okay? I'll just see that at the very least. I'm going to close my eyes and get a feel now for what this has to do with. think this has to do with a friendship, and people were fighting here. It has to do with friends fighting. 1 second. Did you feel ignored? Do you feel ignored by this person? Somebody was ignored. So it's either somebody gave attention, somebody gave an olive branch, I don't know, but then I'm definitely seeing that somebody was ignored. And they're like, yo, I was ignored, basically, was coming through. Okay, where are you guarding? Okay. Listen, you're likely looking at this situation where you are basically saying, wow, there's no point in continuing this. It's a no-brainer. Why would I continue going towards this? This is a loss. This is, whoever this is, they're a lost cause. This is a lost cause. You're likely saying this towards this situation. Spirit is wanting you to get to a place of grief where you get to really start to grieve this and starting to let it go. I think. I'm going to close my eyes. Because there's likely something else that you could be focusing your energy on, rather than this. Because I think this took enough of your time. I think this is what it is. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay. I always usually see a window as the window of opportunity as a symbol. And you're there and you're like, this window of opportunity has gone. It's closed. It's gone. And then I kind of see you holding a souvenir. It's symbolic. But this is the guidance. Does this make sense? Okay, so that's all you needed, right? You just needed you were likely just wanted to get affirmation that you did the right thing. And so obviously if you're resonating with this, Spirit is saying, yes, we see you, we understand you, we have your back on this. And also just know that things can change. So this is just the guidance in this particular moment, okay? So this does not mean that things can't be reconciled, rekindled, unified, whatever, okay? It's just to help you in this moment. And there's obviously something more that you can be focusing on, which is going to be kind of more worth pursuing rather than this. Welcome. Thank you, Lilith. Beautiful how you... Oh. Thank you. That's, wow, these comments. It's because it's Thanksgiving. You guys are so, this is lighting me up, you guys. The way you guys are expressing your gratitude is so different. Thank you. Okay, guys. What do we think? I think I'm gonna do Pearl. I remember saying that name a few moments ago. Pearl. Okay. Oh no. I'm reading Catherine's question here. I'm compelled to do this one too. Hey! Mind adding me to your mental list? Okay. Alright, I already have the next 3 people in my head that I'm gonna do. Okay, hold on, let me just gather my strength here. I think part of my brain is starting to fall asleep, I'm not gonna lie. So if Spirit starts sending me signals and signs that might look like that they're trying to make me stop and look out for myself, be on the lookout, okay? But that's not my intention. That might happen, okay? I think I just jinxed myself. They're probably gonna do it. I literally feel part of my brain is falling asleep. Alright, let's keep going. Wake up, look alive. Okay. Thank you. Comebacks. I like to see people come back. I like making friends, so appreciate you. Alright. So, Pearl. Let's just do these really quick. Really quick. Pearl. I'm gonna keep these short, okay, because I am starting to fall asleep a little bit. Here, I'll begin with my eyes closed, okay? Okay. So I don't know, this could be Spirit telling me to stop now, unless I think it would have been better if you asked a specific question, because this might resonate with me. I'm seeing failure, fear of failure, and then I'm seeing the word tomorrow. So I think it'd be best if you asked a specific question, because I resonate with this. So can you ask me a more specific question rather than this general thing, so that I can easily decipher whether or not this is for me? And sometimes I can actually, Spirit, please, I want to keep going. When they start sending me signals to stop, I do try sometimes to override it, and sometimes they do listen. But if you could give me a different question, because when you do a general thing here, I get confused. Let me just see where you're at here. Can you show me Pearl, please? Okay, let me see this. Okay, so is that a question or is that a statement? Let me see. Oh my god, nope, they're not allowing me. You know what they just said? It's Thanksgiving, go to sleep. That's literally what they just said. So they're starting to give me messages, so this is the time where I have to go. But Spirit's obviously here. Let me just give, yeah, no, they're telling me to stop. I was literally about to close my eyes and give you guys a collective sign here, but they were like, what are you doing? So I gotta go, guys. But thank you, I'll be on later tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day of food and I don't know what else. But if you guys are bored, come hang out with me. Do more of these readings, give you guys opportunities to basically come in contact with the universe. And yeah, just hopefully on my side, just solidify your belief that you know that you've always been guided by Spirit, that they're always there, they're always listening. And if you have questions, they will always have answers. You just have to listen. That's all it is. Okay? So we'll see you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Should I sing a song? No. Sorry, Pearl, and everybody else, but just catch me on tomorrow, okay? I'm off for the next 4 days, so you'll see me. Okay. Good night, everyone, or have a great day. Good night.